Hi, I'm Bishop. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to improve your ranking in Google search results using Google Search Console. You don't need to understand HTML or coding, but you do need to spend some time thinking about how your site is organized and written, and you must be willing to make some changes to your site. The good news is, just a little bit of effort can go a really long way in improving your search results. So let's get started. So what is Google Search Console? Google Search Console is a free suite of tools that helps you monitor, maintain, and troubleshoot how your site performs in Google search results. Search Console offers tools and reports to confirm that Google can find and crawl your site, fix indexing problems and request re-indexing of new or updated content, view Google search traffic data for your site, including how often your site appears in search results, which queries show your site, and how often searchers click through for those queries. You can also receive alerts and troubleshoot when Google encounters spam or other issues, view which sites link to your website, and much more. Simply put, Google Search Console gives you a direct line to Google which shows you how to make your site better. So at this point, you have your site, a domain name, and IDX broker. What's next? First, you will need to set up your custom domain using a CNAME record. In order to use a custom domain with IDX Broker, you will need to create a CNAME record with your domain registrar pointing to subdomains.idxbroker.com. This will allow you to use a subdomain for your IDX Broker hosted pages. This subdomain is typically a short word like search or homes. For example, search.greatproperties.com. Once you have created the new record, you will need to enter your new custom domain in your IDX control panel under Account, Details, and Subdomain/Domain Control. Now it's time to add and verify your property. Registering your site to Google Search Console couldn't be easier. Simply log into your account and select Domain Property, enter your URL, and click Continue. For a domain property, Domain Name Systems, better known as DNS verification, is the only method which is supported. In the verification instructions, you'll see two options. If your domain registrar is listed in the dropdown, you'll be walked through an easier automated process to verify your site. If your domain name provider is not in the list, you'll need to follow written instructions in the Help Center to copy your DNS text record into your domain provider. Once your property is verified, data should begin to appear in a few days. Data collection for a property starts as soon as anyone adds the property in any Search Console account and continues as long as any user has that property in their account, whether or not it has a verified owner. Here we have a verified property. While it does take time for Google to collect data about your domain, we can speed up this process by submitting a sitemap. A sitemap is a file where you provide information about the pages, videos, and other files on your site, along with the relationships between them. Search engines like Google read this file to more effectively crawl your site. There are a few kinds of sitemaps, including text and XML, but what is the difference? A text sitemap is intended to be read by humans, while the XML sitemap is designed specifically for search engine crawlers. XML sitemaps give search engines a head start when it comes to finding your pages. Eventually the bots would be able to crawl and find all of your content, but an XML sitemap shows them what to expect so that they don't have to go hunting for all of the links on your website. XML sitemaps are extremely valuable for boosting your SEO. Google ranks individual pages and not domains. By submitting an XML sitemap, you are giving search engines a full list of your available pages in a simplified list format. While an XML sitemap is not required, it has become a best practice for SEO optimizers. So how do you create your XML sitemap? If you're a client of IDX Broker, the sitemaps, both text and XML, for your IDX pages are automatically created by the IDX system and include categorized links that lead to all of the active listings from your MLS. If you have sold data enabled, sold listings from your MLS will also appear in the sitemap. This means potentially thousands or tens of thousands of index property results and details pages. You will find your sitemap in your IDX control panel under Design, Website, Page Templates, and at the very bottom of this page, XML sitemap. Now that we have the XML sitemap link, it's time to submit it to Google Search Console. We'll come back to Search Console, and under Sitemaps, we'll paste the URL and click Submit. The sitemap should be processed immediately. However, it can take some time to crawl the URLs listed in a sitemap, and it is possible that not all URLs in a sitemap will be crawled, depending on the site size, activity, traffic, and so on. But as time goes on, you'll capture more useful information. To reiterate, sitemaps aren't required, but if you submit them, Google will reward you for it. So we have submitted our sitemap to Google, and now it's time to wait. It will take time for Google Search Console to populate data about your domain. So check back in a week or two, and make sure to keep an eye out for part 2 of this series, where we will cover useful reports and tools within Search Console.